Good morning, friends. I have a couple questions. Have you ever thought that you couldn't do something because it was just going to be too hard? Yeah, raise your hand. How about out there? Raise your hand. If you didn't do something because it was just going to be too hard, you didn't even want to try. I think sometimes it can be hard to take a test at school. Even getting ready for it is hard. Sometimes just getting along with someone can be hard. Have you ever had that problem? Sometimes it's hard to get along with friends. Let's see. Have you ever thought, I can't run for as long as they want me to run, so I'm just not going to run? Like if you're in a race or if you're playing a game, it's not even worth trying. Well, in the Bible, we find that there are a lot of letters that are written, and typically they're written to one person or a particular church to give them encouragement on their faith journey. But today's letter, Hebrews, is the book in our Bible, was written to all the followers of Jesus Christ as a way to encourage them because they were doing something that was really hard, and it seems like they were finding that it was a hard thing to do to follow Jesus. So this letter was written to encourage them. And I'm going to share with you some of it from our Growing in God's Love Story Bible. It says, let's all run the race of life that God has given us. We can do this because a great cloud of witnesses have gone before us. That means a whole bunch of people have done it before we ever tried. Well, who is in that cloud of witnesses? Well, God told Moses to free God's people, the Israelites, who were slaves in Egypt. And Moses was afraid of the Egyptian Pharaoh, but God gave him courage to lead the people to the promised land. And then there was Ruth. She stayed with her mother-in-law, Naomi. They went back to Bethlehem, which is a place that Ruth had never lived in. She didn't know that place. It wasn't easy for her to go to a strange place to live. Remember Miriam and David and Samuel and Esther and all the prophets of God? That's a lot of people. And they are all in the cloud of witnesses. Each one of them gives us courage to be strong people of God and followers of Jesus today. The letter to the Hebrews says to keep trying even when things are hard. Even when we think we can't, we need to try. And above all, we can remember that Jesus is there with us as we are trying. With Jesus, we can do pretty much anything, right?
Except for teleporting.
Sometimes we can do things even when they're really hard. Let's close our eyes and say a prayer together. Can you repeat after me? Loving God, give us courage to try new things, hard things. Give us strength to keep trying. Help us remember our cloud of witnesses who did hard things too. And all of God's children say, amen.